who else was there, Dame? It was and everybody just let their hair down. Everybody would just real with everything they were talking about, and men were truly blessed. So we'll be giving y'all some updates on that too, because we want everybody to come and just share what's going on. But it was some good stuff.
It was real good. It was like a lot of older men. It was the younger men seeing people in leadership roles showing that they make mistakes, talk about transparency. It just was awesome, man.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about a lot of that too. The pastors that were there, it was like it gave them a chance to say, okay, this is who I am. Deal with it, but deal with it and know that I'm not on the mountain like everybody, but leaders and pastors on the mountain. We human too. Yeah. We just to say something real quick. We as leaders, as leaders in the church, I think people get it twisted, and they think that everything, it snows ice cream at our house and snow at everybody else's house. Out of our faucets, is a chocolate fountain. Everything ain't always all good. And one thing that I really want to really kind of keen in on and let people know, like, you hear a lot of people talk about church hurt, right? I don't know if people know how often that leaders, pastors, get hurt in their own church, but they still do what God called them to do. I just want people to keep that in their mind, because we as a leader, I'm dealing with 50 other people. So that means they got one person to make them mad. I got 50 other people that could offend me every week. And I think sometimes people forget that everybody gets hurt. People don't realize they hurt you. People don't realize they get on your nerves. People don't realize they say the wrong thing sometimes. Just quit taking everybody for who they are at the moment and just take it as maybe they be having a bad moment or a bad day and stuff like that. So just quit always thinking everybody out to hurt you or do something to you. You know what I mean, Dane? Yeah. Quit always thinking somebody will come at you like you thought that about me a while ago. When I said we took the bishop and deacon off and we were just Dame and Andy, right? Yep. Right. So he said he wanted to talk to me afterwards.
You don't want that.
But I know 911. I don't fight no more. So, and he trying to get his stuff expunged, so he ain't gonna do it so much anyway. I mean, so, but let's get right into self-worth. What you think about that, Dane?
First of all, matter of fact, I want to ask you, what is self-worth to you?
To me, man, self-worth is basically what it is. It's like self-confidence, having confidence in yourself, self-realization, realizing some things about yourself, and self-worth is knowing what you're worth. To me, self-worth is very, very important to me, because I dealt with not believing in myself for a long, long time. And I'm going to share a little bit about that tonight, because self-worth is something that I always battle with, even in my position, even as a dad, even as a pastor, even as a brother, even as I got a lot of spiritual daughters, and making sure that I believe in myself. I think a lot of people don't know, man, like you tell people they can do it, you can do it, you can go there, you make it. But sometimes a lot of people that dish it out, they don't even believe it.
But I think a lot of people do a lot of covering up.
Oh yeah, because that's when if you don't know what you're worth, you begin to sell yourself for cheaper than what you are. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And it's just like, okay, it's just like the NFL. It's just like NBA and all that. These guys know what they worth.
Yep.
So they basically saying, if you want me, I mean, 130 million for 5 years. I can't even fathom getting 130 million for 5 years. I can't even fathom getting $130 every day. So think about it. 130 million because they know I'm worth this. Come get me. And I look at that too as when you're sitting and you believe in who you are, you will never sell yourself short. And that's the thing.
Listen, but it was a point of time in my life where I made myself think that I believed in myself.
Because see, you were doing it for the wrong reasons.
But I needed acceptance from certain people. Like, even, no offense to my wife or nothing like that, I needed acceptance from women and different things like that. Like, if I got, you know what I mean? Like, to make me feel like I had to look a certain way, I had to dress a certain way to make. I really didn't have confidence in myself. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I thought I did.
And I think that's, but see, that comes with maturity because, you know, when you get around the right people and the right people are honest with you for the right reasons, I think that's when you begin to find out who you really are. You know what I'm saying? When you find out, that's when you know who your real friends are. When you broke, will they still come pick you up?
That's it.
When your real friends are, when y'all did dirt together, and we talk this dumb stuff about well, it ain't no snitching. I figured if you my homeboy, tell on your own self.
That is.
You feel me? I shouldn't have to snitch. You should knock on the police door. I was with Dame. I can't even let him go to jail by myself. But see, the society teaches us this. They tell a man, two people, right? We go and do something crazy, right? Here it is. So me and you, Dame, we doing something crazy. We tight. We supposed to be cool. You know, ace coons, you know. So, I don't like using that word. Scratch that. We aces. But look, you get caught by the police. I'm sitting back, me and Lisa, you know, we even taking trips and doing all that stuff. And everybody's wondering in the street, yo, is little Dane gonna snitch on his brother? I don't think he need to snitch on his brother. His brother need to pick up for his own bid, go right back and say, I can't let my brother go down by himself. But society don't snitch. Society don't teach us stand up for your responsibility.
Well, I just seen someone, even though he was on another podcast talking about you got a wife, kids and something like that, and I'm riding in the car with you. You know what I mean? My stuff on the seat. If I'm man enough to be in the streets and I'm man enough to do this, I should be man enough to do it.
That's it. I think too, and going back to that has a lot to do with self, because your mindset is, I want the streets to, I'm real. I'm getting ready to do 11 years to let the streets know that you're real. How many people in the streets sent you money in them 11 years?
Right.
That you sitting up trying to be real. And your self-worth is worrying about how real and connected you are in the street, but you ain't worried about how connected you are with your family, with your kids. You worried about how the streets gonna look at you, and your daughter ain't gonna have a dad for 11 years. See, and that's the thing about self-worth. When we don't know who we are, we tend to forget that it is generational.
Yeah.
We pass that down to our kids. We pass that down to their kids and all that stuff.
And you want to be accepted by people that don't even matter.
Well, that's the thing, because you don't know what you're worth.
They don't matter, man. I'm just saying, when you begin to know that God put you on this reason, like, basically when I got saved, I found out who I was, what I could be. You know what I mean? Before, it's like I had to drink, I had to do certain things to become somebody that I wasn't. And now that I got sober, I'm realizing that this is me.
That's it.
And that wasn't me.
Right.
And I was trying to be something different then. You know what I mean? So until you clear your, like you said, and get around the right people, and get focused, you really wonder what your worth is, and know what you're on the earth for, and know your purpose. Because for one, when you looking to be accepted by other people, you're not even thinking for yourself.
Nah.
For one, you don't even have your own thoughts. You know what I mean? So I think that's what most of the young boys out here doing now. to make a name for themselves, shoot this, do this, and be in this that gang because they need to be accepted because they don't feel like they worth nothing without that gang or something like that.
And not knowing your worth, man. Like I said a while ago, you will sell yourself short because I when you remember some of the things that you used to do and you look like, why did I do that? You did it. You did it because you didn't know who you were at the time. I remember something you told me that Jerem told you, and Jerem ain't gonna care. We said his name. What's up, Jerem? Hope big homie listening. Yeah, because I got something to say to him too. But you remember when you said he called you when you were saved? What did he say to you about that was never you?
He said
it wasn't hard for you to.
It wasn't hard for you to be this way because when you wasn't drinking or something, you never was that way. You never was that person until you was drinking. Whenever you were sober or whatever, this is the way you always were.
That's it.
That never was you. You know what I mean? So I just know me as a person. Before I would get into certain things, before I would do certain things, I would have to snort coke. I would have to pump myself up. I did a lot of things that I didn't want to do. That wasn't me. And now you sit back and you realize the control and the influence other people have on your life. Best sports players right now are in the penitentiary. The best doctors, the best everything. You see that when you go to jail. I didn't been in jail. You see the best talent, the best singers, all the shoulda, coulda, been and woulda. You know what I mean? And that's who you see in jail because they didn't know their worth. They didn't know their worth. If you, that's why it's good to always have a man in your life. People think that not having a dad is so important in your life because when you got that guidance and you got somebody to bring you up and let you know you worth something. See, most of the kids, most of the time, they want to be told to do what to do. They want to be corrected. They want somebody about them. They want, like you said, they want that stability. But when you don't have that, the first thing you're going to say, man, I don't care about that. Man, I don't care about nobody. Because you know you don't got that.
Right.
So you got to put up that persona. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for real, you want that. The average kid wants somebody they care about. You know what I mean? They ain't want me to say, you coming in tonight, yeah, get on my nerves, but he loves that.
Right.
You know what I mean? A kid loves that stability. When you don't have that guidance, you don't know where you're going to end up at. You don't know where you're going to end up at.
And that's what I'm saying about the generational thing. Just to touch on when you don't know who you are, I didn't go to. We're going to get to the scripture. You know what I mean? I just want to really, really dig into this because out in the streets, we could be something. We could put on this facade. But, and I don't know if any of my friends, I never cussed around older people. Never. Like when we would be all out at the apartments or we'd be hanging out and we'd be drinking and I'll see older, like now it was older people that drank and stuff, but like it was that certain select group of elders in your neighborhood. You didn't cuss around them. I didn't care what you did. And I didn't. And you started seeing traits of somebody knowing that this is not who I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
But when you don't have the right people speaking in your life, and you don't have the right people telling you what you could do, what you can do, you will never be able to live up to your potential because you will never understand that it's something better than this. So when I was growing up, all I seen was my uncles. All of them were blind. It was like my life was, this is what I'm going to end up in. I'm going to end up blind, and I'm not knocking any of my uncles. I tell you all this, not knocking any of them. And you know this.
Yeah.
Struggling, check the deck, all of them was on Social Security, and I shouldn't even talk about this because it could get me emotional. My whole life was, this is all I'm gonna be. That's it. It's all you got. I never had nobody to come and tell me it's life beyond being visually impaired. It's life beyond. It's like all my life was on sooner or later.
I'm not gonna be able to see.
I'm not gonna be able to see. I'm not gonna be able to function. I'm not gonna be able to live right. Nobody came and spoke into my life till one day. And this is why I love this cat. I went on this trip when I was in middle school, and they was trying to get me to do something that I didn't want to do. I was ashamed of. They wanted me to sit up front. I couldn't sit up front. I couldn't. Because I couldn't let everybody, man, and he up front. And this guy was like, you told the teachers, all the teachers would come, Anthony, you want to clowning, just trying to be something else because I wanted to be normal. And that's what self-worth comes into to contact with my life, where my life about self-worth was I just wanted to be normal. I just wanted to be normal. I didn't care about being accepted. I wanted to be normal. Normal to me was being able to see, being able to function like everybody is. And the older I got, the worse I got, because it was like I had to get this out of me before I lose the thing that I was losing the most. It wasn't nothing about me trying to be something. I just had to get some things out. And a camping trip, right? And I met this young man named Gary Warren. He's a little older than me. And we went on a camping trip. I was a black kid. I've never slept in a tent. I slept on some floor, Jack, right beside some kerosene heaters. You know what I'm saying? You ever sleep by that kerosene heater, you wake up and your leg burning on the side, huh? Or you wake up, see, when you sleep with kerosene heaters, you got to blow your nose when you go to school. You know what I'm saying? That soot come out your nose. That's when the wick bad. And your mom, and your mom, you got the phone, y'all. I know everybody didn't get raised like that. But I met Gary Warren, right? And we went to Ocean City. I remember it just like it happened yesterday. And we bought these shirts that said Ocean City on them. And y'all remember the old Coca-Cola stuff? People, and the Coca-Cola that said Ocean City. And we, and I remember Gary was taking it and they was putting it up close to their face, and he didn't care who seen him. He really don't care. And Gary was like, man, when I learned to accept who I was,
God Almighty,
I learned to be greater. Changed my life. That's why I tell people all the time, my greatest mentor is Gary Warren. He don't even know how much he changed my life. That man can get anything from me. And I teach that. You will never know how great you're going to be until you learn to accept who you are. And you got a lot of people complaining, oh, this and this. All my life is accept where you, because if you don't never accept it, you can't move on from it, because you'll be stuck there. You'll be stuck there.
It's one of those things when you can't keep saying, poor me, poor me, poor me.
Right.
I was in one of them things, poor me, oh, you had it rough. You was this, you was addict, you was this and this and this. Man, that stuff old now. I'm 41, give it time 42. I'm basically learning how to live all over again. But I'm doing it.
I thought you were going to say read.
No.
I ain't
don't
know.
do that. Don't come.
No, I'm just saying. I thought you would get ready to say I got to learn how to. Yeah, I know you know how to read. I know that.
All right, well, not on camera, but
I can do it off camera.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not when people sit looking at.
Oh, okay.
But what Pastor say, Pastor and whatever and stuff.
Right. Now you go.
Yeah, but nah, for real though, and I'm learning how to live all over again. First, it's like, man, I don't want to do this. Man, I'm so behind. I never do. I don't want nobody to know
You
this.
sound like Phil when you
know
do
what I mean?
that.
So what?
You've been working with Phil too much.
But anyway, don't talk about my boss.
Phil do that all the time.
But anyway, man, I'm learning how to live all over again.
Right.
Now. And when I first got saved, I was ashamed of the things that I couldn't do. I was ashamed that every time I pull up with my wife, she dropped. None of this bothered me when I was drunk. I didn't care. You come up and say something you
because they accepted that mediocrity. Let me tell you something, and stay where you at.
Mm-hmm.
It's a saying, and it's true. Who you hang around says a lot about you.
Yep.
Go home now or look at your list, y'all that's watching, and go down the list of folks hang around. And if any of them successful, sooner or later you will be. If all of them doing what you doing every day, same old routine, not doing nothing with their life, guess what? That's what's gonna happen. Some of them never said nothing to you, because guess what? Half of them didn't drop.
Yeah, you know, and it's crazy. Now it's like, man, I be looking like, man, I'm riding down the road like, man, I'm really doing this. I never drove my whole life. And you just embarrassed every time I'm leaving church. People, they don't know me. All they wonder is why is his wife always driving? Right. Why he ain't never driving? We going to her family union. This kind of stuff. Now it's bothering me. Now it's getting this low. Now it's affecting me as a man. Right. You know what I mean? So everything else is out the window. Now then you got to do this. You got to do this to better you. You got to get your license. After you get this license, you got to go back. You got to get your diploma.
What did you say to better who?
Me.
It don't matter about nobody else.
Nobody else.
Because now you're building up who you supposed to.
Because now I know I'm greater. And once I got God in my life, and you know what God is really doing in your life, and you got the faith and know there's a God, ain't no stopping.
And that's right where I was going, because I am who I am because of God. Man, I don't care what nobody say. Folk can say what they want. Oh, well, I can be great without God. Go ahead. I can't.
That's it.
I can't. And the thing about what makes God so awesome, he says, everything I have is yours. Then God turns right back around and said, and greater works, Anthony, shall you do. So I don't have to worry about these because he see everything for me. I don't have to worry about these because he hear everything for me. I don't even have to worry about being strong. He said, because in my weakness, that's when he's strong. So when I know who I am, that makes me a better man. I might not have the money LeBron had, but LeBron ain't got nothing on my self-worth. He might be worth millions, but I'm worth more than millions to anybody. Because the Bible says that he owned the cattle 1,000 hills. My dad is rich, baby. And I'm rich. Why? Not because I got money, but because I got a great family. I got a great church. And guess what? God has given me the ability to believe in myself. And that means everything. So everybody just sitting home and I know everything. I know it's something home right now. You home. You literally home because you had no control. You got hurt on your job, or you maybe you got laid off, and you sitting around, or you drinking, or you mad at the world. Get up.
Poor me.
Find out who you are.
Poor me.
That's not who you are. If you lost that job wasn't who you are.
That's it.
If your name Tom, that job don't make Tom. Tom made that job. And that's when you got to know your self-worth. And see, here's how I am. Listen, can't drive, all this stuff. I can name everything that's wrong with me, and y'all be with me. No. I'm not even dealing with what's wrong with me now, because everything I do now, I'm shooting for the stars, and I'm winning. I'm winning. You can drive, but yesterday, I might be there by Friday, but I'm going to be there.
That's it.
That's how I look at my life now, because I can't look at what I can't do. I got to look at the things that God has given me ability to do. And I'm going to believe in myself. I'm going to live, y'all. And that's the problem with society. We don't know what we're worth. Let me show you something real quick. James, get that scripture real quick. Let me show y'all something. James, don't look at the wallet, baby, because some magic can come out of here. Voila! You see that? Lisa, it's only $10. I got the rent. Look at that. What that? $10, right? $10. Y'all want me to pour out more, but I ain't gonna do it. Got my taxes. No, I didn't. But listen, $10, right? Look at that. This. What can you get with $10, man?
I'll give me a sub.
Sub. What can you? That's dad. That's the meal and you. My dad got this saying. My dad, so long as my bills paid, got gas, and my kids are up, I'm gonna give me a sub every Friday. So, but what can you get with $10? There's cups of coffee.
Yeah.
Dunkin'.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't deal with that Starbucks stuff. That is
That's
cigarettes
your
and
whole $10.
liquid. Huh?
That's your whole
Starbucks. That's 2 drinks. At least you should go to Starbucks and say, can I get the ice mocha chocolate with 2 stairs or something, and 16 something, and 16 something, and they said, how they got that? But that's another thing. And then the man is saying, oh, that's $4.95. I said, good God Almighty.
That's not the Chinese restaurant. You say 2 words.
2. No, we ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna do that because that'd be racist. But listen, so $10, right? You can do a couple things with it. And then you just take it, ball it all up. And this is some of our life. And I've done this to youth at a youth service and stuff like that. And you ball it all up. And listen, and some of our lives, we forgot what we were, and we just sit around and we be all balled up and we don't worry about nothing. But oh, woe is me. But sooner or later, you got to start opening up. You got to start opening up and realizing that it's more to life than you just sitting around feeling bad and feeling terrible for yourself. Because God has a plan for you. Read that real quick. Jeremiah 29:11.
For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, says the Lord. Thoughts of peace.
And
not of evil.
To
give you a future.
To give you a what?
A future.
To give you a what?
A future.
A future.
And a hope.
Listen, man. God didn't. See, a lot of us think God punishes us. And I used to think, God, you punish me. And I said, how can Dame see and I can't? How? Out of 5 kids by me. Out of 5 kids, why my brother had to be alcoholic. Why he had to go through all he had to go through. And we can sit around and ponder on it.
You're never going to figure it out.
And you're never going to figure it out because God is sovereign.
His ways is not our ways.
He does what he wants. And like Dame just said, his ways are not our ways. And it's an election process that we don't understand. I was telling, one of my spiritual daughters, Sister Shane, I was like, man, God chose Jacob, not Esau. He chose Isaac and not Ishmael. He chose Noah's family. He chose Abraham out of all the Israelites.
Yeah.
He said, you, Abraham, you're my choice. He chose Paul out of Timothy. And we don't understand why God does what he does. But if we sit around wasting time trying to figure it out, we're going to miss a living.
That's it.
And all we got to do, right, is open ourselves up and learn to begin to straighten our life out. Yeah, we was messed up. We was balled up. We was messed up. But every line in this $10 bill tells a story. Open yourself up and tell your story. And at the end of the day, once you begin to straighten things out, you still going to be worth what you always been. You're never going to be less than what God made you until you open yourself up.
That is.
It's the same way before it was balled up, it was $10. And guess what? After all that stuff, you still worth something. You're not worth $9.50. You're not worth $9.09. You're still fully worth what you were since you.
And with that, Faith without works is dead. You know what I mean?
Come on.
You stuff not just gonna come to you. You got to move. Sometimes stuff people say they ain't heard from God or something like that. And you was telling me the other day, sometimes when you move, you'll get your answer from God. You know what I mean? So just sitting around, you sit around, you gotta help God help you. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
I like that.
Help God help you. God,
we gonna put a patent on that.
Yeah, but yeah, you just gotta move. You can't sit around and feel sorry for yourself no more, man. Cause that's me. I'm man. Listen, I went from nickel and dime crack, selling crack, hustling, sleeping on my mom's couch, to what? Both my boys back in my life. I got a roof over my head. I got a wife, a beautiful wife, a woman of God. You know what I mean? I got my brother back in my life. I got a good relationship with my dad. I can't ask for nothing else. If he don't give me nothing else right today, I'm good.
Well, see if he give you that $15 for that belt you took a month. Don't think I was gonna bring that up.
Man, don't do that.
I mean a Calvin Klein belt. Nice one. Act like he ain't got it. He had nerve to tell me at church I got the belt on.
He probably didn't even pay for what the tag said.
I did all you trying.
You know when it comes from mama.
That's why I said it was $15. If it was that Calvin Klein, it'd probably been about maybe 30. I really would have bought it.
Okay, you want to talk about $15? What is your brother worth? That's what I ain't worth $15.
Hold on, since you've been saved, what you worth?
Don't bring up stuff because you can.
No, I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about that. Let me see what you worth.
I'm worth more than $15.
Nah, you worth. Let me see.
We'll do it.
I'm never come on a good number.
$2.50. Ain't no money. What you mean?
You worth.
It shouldn't be nothing, brother. Matter of fact,
didn't you ask me the question?
Look,
let me answer. Listen, you worth more than the world could ever give you. You one of the best brothers in the world. Because I can't say you the best brother in the world, because we got the greatest little brother in the world, and that's Tony. So, with that being said, don't ask me that no more, okay? All right? And don't think that gets you out of giving my 50.
I'm going to tell y'all what I'm trying to see. When I was acting like a fool, me and my brother wouldn't talk for months at a time. Almost 6 months at a time sometimes. Couldn't stand each other. But now that he back in my life, I want everything free. I can get out of him.
I wish his wife could.
Everything in his house.
And he ain't
lying. Everything that you owe me, that you used to give me. Oh, I got hype in her.
Right. Here's the thing we forget. I ain't his daddy. That's the problem. Brother he got a whole different meaning of brother than me. He sound like a daddy. So y'all might want to school him on that. Because I don't want to hurt his feelings. But he get nothing else from it. But nah, so with that being said, man, y'all just know what you worth. And don't try to be something that you're not. And I'm gonna be honest. I truly believe that you can't keep a fight up for long. Be yourself, man. Listen, man, listen. Especially y'all jokers that got good women at home. Go home, man. You hang around these jokers that ain't got no woman. Y'all out doing Go home to your good woman. Man, you got a good man. Why are you going out hanging in the clubs or doing all? Go home.
I bet you what.
Be a family.
When your woman leave, they ain't gonna stay out with you.
Huh?
They ain't gonna stay outside with you.
Which what?
When your woman leave,
they
ain't gonna stay outside.
They ain't gonna stay outside. You ain't got nowhere to go. It's cold outside. You know what I mean? That song, that's an old song, and I ain't and I'm feeling y'all. Y'all probably said, oh man, man, I'm just speaking real facts. Everything don't go right in church people life. That's why we got God. And some of y'all probably saying, well, if God was real, why did he do this? I don't know. I don't have those answers. I just know when I need him, he's right there. And when y'all say, well, how's he right there? Man, he covers times.
God Almighty.
He's there at my worst time. How is he there? Man, you just got the experience.
That's it.
Man, the Bible says he will give you the peace that surpasses all. I can't even understand. I can't even begin to tell you the goodness of God in my life as far as trying to explain. But try it, man. Matter of fact, do something different today. I know you mad. Stop being mad.
That's it.
Stop being God. Because I can't, listen, I'm a preacher. I even done prayed for folk to get their healing. I prayed for folk to get jobs and things happening. God did this. And I'm still visually in it.
Good God Almighty.
But it don't tell me, it don't make me think that God don't love me. It just make me know that God loves me enough that until he does what he's going to do, my mind is still focused on him. And he never lets me lack. He never lets me lack in the area. If I need something, he always going to send the right person at the right time to let me know. You might not can see it, but I'm going to send some more eyes to you.
God Almighty.
That's how we got to start trusting God. You don't got a job? Wake up every day like you work. Get on that computer and do something. They weren't going to work at the school. I got up every day, got on the computer, went to classes, taught myself how to type, did all of that stuff. When you start knowing that you're better than where you are now, man, you ain't got no choice but to come up.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what salvation means to other people. But what I mean, there ain't no me. I'm going to tell you right now.
Right.
I won't be in the place I am. I'm going crazy. I just don't. Still,
I ain't say you still go and keep talking. Talk to the
yes. If I don't have God, I'm gonna trip.
Right.
If I don't have God, I'm gonna trip. If I don't have God, I don't know how to fake it. I'm going all the way out. I'm going back out, and I'm going crazy because I don't know how to have one foot in and 1 foot out. I got to take this God thing serious. This is my life. And so I got that. I don't know about everybody else, but I got to depend on God every day. Every day I got to wake up in the morning and ask God to take control of my life. Keep me, God. I might not be perfect, but help me.
That's it. That's it. And that's when you find out who you worth, man. When you sit down and know that you could do a lot more than what you're doing, everybody has that great potential. And we speak life into y'all right now. Right now, as we speak. We speaking life into y'all right now. Whoever watching right now, you have the ability to be great. And I know that seems like a saying. Great don't mean obtaining great things. Great means obtaining a strong mind. To be able to have that mindset to say, you know what? If I ain't got it, I'm going to keep working until I get it. See, greatness is not solidified by what you have. Greatness is solidified by how you stand on when you don't have it. Because, listen, whoever you are, Jesus says something so powerful. He said, not my will, but your will be done. And at the time he said it, was at the greatest turmoil in his life. And he was depending on the disciples to pray with him. Yeah. And he said, can y'all at least pray with me for an hour? It was so hard on him. Sleep. He did not even want to go through it. But he had to. He said, not my will. Because his will was, I ain't going through none of this. But your will be done. It's not about what you can't do when times are hard. It's about what you're willing to do when the times are hard. And ever since then, I've learned too that some things have to die so others can live. So let some stuff fall all apart in your life. Yeah, let those dead things fall apart and bring some other things to life. We love y'all, man. Dame, you got anything you want to say before we go?
Peace. Love y'all.
Love y'all. Quick shout out to Mario, Anthony Turner. Who else, Dame? The fellas, Dominion Men.
And everybody, all my friends, Germ, BG, Big Dame, Lee, Gibbs, man, all of y'all, man. I just want y'all to know I love y'all, man. Praying for y'all.
And big shout out to everybody, man, that's trying to make the world better around them. Keep love, faith.